Welcome back. Aurelius and Malik, the Philosophy Archive. We close the Absurd Hero file today. 5 parts. The end of the story. The stone keeps rolling, doesn't it? Sisyphus's image transcends time, popping up on factory floors, in offices, and even in modern art. Camus's vision still resonates in our discussions of burnout and resilience. It's striking how this ancient figure embodies the relentless grind of contemporary work. We often find ourselves pushing that same stone uphill, questioning whether we'll ever reach the summit. Yet here we are, navigating this cycle, just like Sisyphus, trapped in our own mythological narratives.
But Aurelius, we really need to think about why Sisyphus resonates with so many of us. It's not just about the grind of work. It's about that feeling of disillusionment we all faced. After the war, people were left with shattered beliefs and uncertain futures. Camus gave us a way to make sense of that chaos. He showed us how to confront our struggles without giving in to despair, reminding us that we can find meaning even in the toughest times.
The myth of Sisyphus articulated a profound truth about our existence. It captured post-war disillusionment that many felt. Camus didn't provide us with easy answers or comforting platitudes. Instead, he showed us that while the world offers no inherent meaning, we still crave it desperately. This struggle, this incessant yearning for purpose, defines our human condition. We push our boulders uphill, knowing full well they'll roll back down. Yet, we persist. It's that persistence that shapes our story.
Aurelius, you say it defines our condition, but that really brings up a critical point. Are we just enduring this existence, or is there more? Camus later shifted from focusing on individual suffering to emphasizing collective action in his work, The Rebel. This shift opened up a much wider conversation about morality and social justice. It raises the question of how we, as a society, can address the struggles of those around us, rather than just surviving ourselves.
True, he did move towards collective action. But that doesn't negate the individual's struggle. The absurd hero still embodies personal endurance. Camus insisted that we must confront absurdity alone before we can act in solidarity. It's a tough road, and we can't ignore the personal battles that shape our collective efforts. Each of us must grapple with our own absurdity before we can truly unite. This struggle is at the heart of every society's evolution.
You see, that's where I diverge. The absurd hero's role isn't just about endurance. It's about how we connect with others when faced with absurdity. Camus's later work really emphasizes justice and solidarity. It's not just about individual perseverance. It's about recognizing the struggles of our neighbors. We can't overlook the importance of community in this philosophy. When we face the absurd together, it's those bonds that can help us push through the hardest times.
A valid point. However, the image of Sisyphus also reflects the nature of modern labor. The monotonous cycle of work is akin to his eternal task. In assembly lines and office spaces, we find ourselves pushing stones uphill, feeling the weight of effort that never truly culminates in satisfaction. We clock in and out, day after day, often questioning the purpose of it all. This endless grind reveals how, even in our advanced age, echoes of ancient struggles persist within our daily lives.
That's just it, Aurelius. The metaphor is powerful, but it can also be limiting. When we reduce workers to mere Sisyphuses, we risk normalizing their struggle. We end up overlooking the real people behind those stories. Their pain is real, and so are the systemic injustices they face daily. We need to challenge these conditions head-on, not just accept them as an unfortunate part of life. Let's focus on what we can change for them.
You raise an important critique. Sisyphus can certainly symbolize endurance, but we must be careful not to let it become an excuse for inaction. Camus' legacy thrives in this tension. He made suffering visible, and that visibility sparks a necessary dialogue about the meaning of our efforts. We're not just pushing boulders uphill. We're exploring the depths of our existence. What does it mean to struggle? This is what we need to confront, even when the answers elude us.
And yet, the absurd hero, often gets co-opted in ways that can be pretty troubling. These narratives can end up justifying the status quo, almost sanitizing the real struggles people face every day. We can't lose sight of the fact that the absurd hero isn't just about coming to terms with reality. It can also be a powerful call to action, sparking rebellion against unjust systems and encouraging people to stand up for what's right, for themselves and their communities.
That's a fair observation. The absurd hero speaks to the gap between information and meaning. In a world inundated with data, we often find ourselves craving coherence. Camus's insights provide a lens through which we can navigate this paradox. He reminds us that while we might seek answers, the journey is often more significant than any conclusion we might reach. We grapple with these complexities daily, and it's this tension that shapes our understanding of history.
Exactly. In this age of constant measurement and anxiety, Sisyphus becomes a powerful symbol of both despair and resilience. It's a reminder that so many of us are pushing our own boulders up steep hills every day. The real challenge lies in keeping a clear understanding of what freedom means in a world that often feels chaotic. That kind of clarity helps us cultivate an art of living, allowing us to find meaning and connection, even in the midst of all this turmoil.
Camus's absurd hero remains neither victorious nor obsolete. He reminds us that, while we seek meaning in our lives, it often eludes us like a fleeting shadow. The enduring image of Sisyphus, endlessly pushing that boulder, challenges us to embrace the uncertainty that life throws our way. We may never find conclusive answers, and that's all right. The question persists, and therein lies its power. The ongoing struggle itself is what shapes our existence, even in the absence of resolution.
And that closes the Absurd Hero file. 5 parts. 1 complete story. The full series lives on the Philosophy Archive, part of the Archive Network. There's no shortage of files. Browse what pulls at you next.